Alright guys, so here we are inside of my Stripe account. Now I'm in test mode only because this is my live account and I don't want to show you my actual dashboard here because I've got customer data in here, and just to be safe and secure, I'm only going to be showing you from the test mode. It's exactly the same, only thing different is, obviously numbers, but that doesn't really matter. So in this demo, in this walkthrough of Stripe, I'm just going to be going over some of the stuff. This is what you'll see when you first log into Stripe. You'll see your dashboard, just as a quick overview, basically, of whatever time period you have selected. You get a little, notice here. It says you got 2 failed invoices, so you can click on that. We'll click on that in a minute. And then down here, analytics. So basically, you can break this down. You can say, how did I do in the last week, last 4 weeks, last year, last 6 months, quarter, year to date, all. So you can adjust this. It just breaks down your numbers in that time period. So if you want to say, how did I do last month, or how have I done in the last 4 weeks, gross volume 14,000. I'm down 5.5% over the previous 4 weeks. I've had no new customers. I've had 31 successful payments, which is down 18.5% or 4%. Over the last 4 weeks, total revenue per customer is about $480, which is pretty phenomenal. Right, so just a quick breakdown. Again, when you change it, quarter shows you over the last quarter, you've done 41K, you're down 1.9%, 4 new customers, and all this data. So great information to have real quick access to. Top right over here, it shows deposited yesterday, right? So I had a deposit of 1455 yesterday. I expected today of 485. And then you can click here to view balance, which just gives you more details about upcoming payments and the future payouts that you have coming up. This data is all exportable once you get into reports. But this is just your main dashboard when you come in. Let's go ahead and click on 2 invoices have failed. So you'll see I've got, again, this is a test account, so this doesn't really mean anything. You can see this data, but you'll see here that these 3 payments have failed, and they're now past due, which is fine because it just was testing. Okay, so if we jump back over to home here, and then we'll look down the left hand side. Now, as I mentioned, you should have already finished this business setup stuff on this side here. So setting up your account settings, your public information, right, what your statement shows, your contact information, all that. You should have verified your business, entered your tax information. You should have already, put in your bank information and got all that squared away so that you're ready to start receiving. Again, that's pretty simple to do. If you haven't done it yet, you're going to log into Stripe. If you haven't created your Stripe account yet, you haven't done your homework, go create your Stripe account, log in, and then you're going to go, when you create your Stripe account, basically it's going to ask you for all this information right out the bat. But if you set up your Stripe account and then complete the setup, when you log in, you're going to want to go over here on the left to business settings and then start filling out this information, saving it, and then go down the list here and make sure you've got verification, tax details, and all that fun stuff done. And it shows that your account is verified. I'll show you what that looks like. You'll see status verified. Tax details also will show that it's verified. Okay. So make sure you've done that. We're going to go into some of these things down here, branding, customer emails, in another video once we're into the setup of Stripe. But for now, we're just doing a demo. Now on the left-hand side here, we're not going to be going into all of these things in this course. Again, this course is strictly designed to focus on using WP Simple Pay, which is a simple payment process solution for handling one-time payments, product purchases, simple product purchases, and recurring revenue subscriptions. There's things like orders over here we're not going to get into, but this would be if you're managing products that need to have inventory control and shipping and all that stuff. Not really ideal for WP Simple Pay. You can do that with WP Simple Pay, but it doesn't integrate with the orders function of Stripe, which makes it more convenient. Connect, we're not going to get into at all. Radar, we're not going to get into at all. Billing is where we're going to spend a lot of time. Billing is where you can do invoices, so you can send direct invoices to people if you're charging for services. But where we're going to spend time is under settings, products, and subscriptions. Here, coupons is also available, which just makes it easy for you to do sales or provide a coupon code for discounts. But we'll be spending time in subscriptions, products, and settings, and getting that set up for actual controlling your products, your services, what you're selling, and what people can be purchasing through WP Simple Pay on your website. Customer management, this is great. Now it doesn't look great. This data looks kind of raw, which is fine, because once you click on any of this data, basically it takes you to all the details you need about that customer and what you have about that customer. So we'll get more into managing customers again in another video, but just wanted to show you that. Payments we've pretty much talked about. This just shows all your incoming payments. If something had failed or there was an issue or dispute, all that would be listed here where it says succeeded. It would be a different message there. Again, you can click on these to go through and actually manage the payment details, issue refunds, change the payment, add additional, so all kinds of things that we'll get into in another video that we'll go over. Again, just want to show you in this video kind of a walkthrough and how robust Stripe is, and really how easy it is to use and to manage. Now, one other thing that I do, you can manage multiple Stripe accounts from the one, and you'll see I've got a couple set up here. This one here is just a client test account. This one I use when I'm setting up. Let's say you hired me to set up your WP Simple Pay integration. When I'm first testing everything, I'm going to do it from my own Stripe account so that I don't have to log into yours and do all this. So I'm going to set it up with mine. I'm going to get my API keys from here, and I'm going to connect this client test account to the site I'm working on, run it through, do some tests, make sure it's all working. Make sure data transfer is working, everything's good, and then what I'm usually going to do, because I don't want to be having access to your Stripe account, I'm going to send you instructions on how to come in here, grab your API keys real quick, and then where to put them into WP Simple Pay so it's all up and running, which again we go over in another video. So let me jump back to my main account here. So that's pretty much the overview. Again, didn't want to go into a lot of detail, just kind of want to give you some good eye candy essentially on Stripe, what it looks like, what you can do with it, the power that's involved there. So we're going to jump into the next video and go ahead and start working on what's next, actually setting up Stripe and getting Stripe ready for integration with WP Simple Pay. So we'll see you in the next video.